Let's take things back to 2019. I had two states of being. I was either on autopilot or my mind was constantly racing. I ate an excessive amount of snacks weekly and so much sugar. I was caffeine addicted. I lived in constant exhaustion from the moment I woke up to the moment that I went to sleep. I didn't feel like I was properly looking forward to anything or that I had a sense of purpose or direction. And every so often I'd have depressive bouts. If you could see the difference between me then and me now, honestly, I'm a completely different person. And I'm here to show you how. Hi guys, welcome to You Are, a place to help you realize and unlock who you really are in a way that's integrated and holistic. My name's Yuna and I'm so glad you're here. So I'm on a journey, and you are too, even if you don't realize it. But at this point in my journey, I'm actually learning how to fall deeper in love with myself and deeper in love with my life in an increasing measure. And I do that in lots of different ways, like through meditation, going to the gym, learning emotional wellness tools so that I feel internally aligned as well as connected in my external relationships. And recently I've really had the mindset shift of I want to live my fullest desires and my best life in a way that actually impacts the world. But I never used to think like this. In 2019, I was in university, and I guess from the outside looking in, and even to my conscious mind at that point in time, I was fine. If you saw me, I was smiling, I was getting through days okay if you were taking kind of an external view, but internally it was a hot mess and I didn't even realize it. I would feel so much anxiety. I was caffeine addicted, drinking coffee and tea mixed together with heaps of sugar daily just to make it through the day. I felt so anxious in the mornings, just thinking about the day ahead. I felt like I had no purpose, no direction. I didn't really know what I was going to do next, in terms of being thrown into adult life and into the working world and finding yourself. On my mind was really just, what can I do to get through the next week, let alone the next 5 years? If someone told me, oh, what's your 5-year plan? I didn't have one. My 5-year plan is to keep going each day. I didn't even think that there was really too much wrong. I had some awareness of like some traumas I had earlier on in my life, but I didn't think that they were currently affecting me that badly in life. I just thought that everybody just kind of felt meh about life and kind of, you know, grit their teeth and got through it. But I was in university one day and I woke up and I was feeling such a heavy weight on me of sadness. It wasn't quite, I wouldn't quite call it like depression, but it was, you know, those beginning feelings of that sort of state. And I didn't want to get through the day, but I just kind of forced myself up. And I remember a voice said to me in my head, and the voice kind of sounded like it was me, talking to myself, pleading for help to change things. And the voice just said to me, if you carry on going the way that you're going and doing what you've been doing, you are going to get very, very sick. I didn't even know what that meant. I was like, firstly, doing what I'm doing, what am I doing that's going to get me sick? But also, how can I change what I'm doing? I'm literally living life the same way that I see everybody else around me living life. But it put fear into me. I knew that something needed to change. I didn't know how. I didn't know what needed to change. I didn't know what was going to come up. But I knew that things needed to shift. And boy, did they shift over the next 4 years. What started off as I just want to make sure that I don't get sick, whatever that means. I didn't know whether I was mentally going to break, emotionally going to break, physically going to break, or all the above. Turned into a journey where I started to realize that lots of parts of myself were suppressed, repressed, and crying out for my help. And they weren't just crying out for my help to be healed, but they needed me to pay attention to them so that they could integrate back into me and start helping me live the life that I actually dream for myself, the life that I dream for myself in terms of my health and actually wanting to work out and stay fit, the life that I mentally dreamed for myself, in terms of being mentally strong and being able to be resilient and resistant and not feel like any issue that is to come up in life is going to break me, the life that I want to live in terms of my relationships and my connections with the different people in my life. It took me on this beautiful journey of really creating the life of my dreams. And I'm not there. I'm not saying that everything that I've ever wanted is fully here in my life, but it's put me on this journey where I can even dream about that. I can think about that. I can visualize it. I can pursue it. And I can create it, and so can you. Because one thing that I've learned, and probably one of the biggest things I've learned thus far, is that we are everything we need on the inside. What you're looking for, the things that you're looking to unlock, are actually deposited and they're inside of you already. The task that we have in life is removing all of the barriers to that, the barriers that have put up by different things that we've absorbed, believed, insecurity, self-doubt. And once all of those things are removed, there's this amazing person who you already know that you are. The reason that you even feel inspired by looking at other things that people do is because deep down inside tells you you have that same potential, you have the same ability, you're just as capable as anybody else. But it's about breaking free of all of these things that tell us that we're not, or we can't, or we're not able to. But once we realize that all of these difficulties that we experience in our mental state, emotional state, spiritual state, physical state, aren't there for them to tell us that you can't do this, or you're not able to, or this is a boundary or a barrier that you're never going to be able to overcome, but they're actually there for us to say, for us to realize, no, I can overcome that, because internally I have what it takes. It's not something that I'm trying to achieve externally. It's already who I am. Then you become so powerful and you have the ability, independence and autonomy to change your life into exactly what you're looking for. You become what you are looking for because you've always been that. It's just that we've looked for it with external sources. But those external sources are actually there to point us to the fact that no, you are already what you're looking for, and it's internal. So we need to start looking inward, and our inward will start to reflect our outward. When I used to hear people say, I'm healing, I'm healing, I'm healing, and then I started my own healing journey, and that was now me. I was now saying, I'm healing, I'm healing, I'm healing. It hit me that at what point do I get healed? At what point does the healing work actually cement and I'm no longer healing? If I was to go to a doctor and say I was ill and ask them to treat me, and they were to give me treatments that they said would heal me, yet I never actually came to a point of wholeness or to a point where the disease or issue was completely gone, I would say that they're not a very good doctor, that they didn't complete the assignment and that I need to go find a new doctor. And that's my mindset about this whole healing journey, that as we heal up and integrate broken, hurt pieces within us on all levels of us, body, mind, emotions, spiritual, mental, we should get to a point where we're like, I've been healing and I'm now whole and I'm now able to live life That can sound like a wild concept, but you're never going to achieve anything that you don't even have a vision for. So I'm pursuing wholeness. So yeah, my name's Yuna, and I'm here to share my journey in unlocking our highest potentials and our deepest desires so that our life literally is what we want it to be on all levels of us, mentally, emotionally, physically. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm excited for this journey that we're gonna go on together.